But now for Gabriel Byrne, who, except in films like Defence of the Realm and Miller's Crossing, is too often let down by the material he's offered. His latest, however, A Dangerous Woman, is much better than par for the course. In it, he plays a hard-drinking Irish handyman involved with two women, Deborah Winger, a small-town frump with an almost pathological need to tell the truth at all times, and her wealthy aunt, Barbara Hershey. Gabriel Byrne came into the studio to talk about this and other things. But first, let's have a clip.
I've been thinking about you all night. You've been thinking about me? No, you haven't. You've been thinking about Byrne and Getzo.
Getzo is so hateful. He lies, and I need to tell Byrne the truth.
Oh, the truth. The truth. The truth is, she doesn't want to know anything about the truth.
Gabriel, A Dangerous Woman. It's slightly surprising to find you in it because you play not only an Irishman, but a drunken Irishman. And you have been, I think, one of the most vociferous people against that portrayal of the Irish as lovable scamps and drunks and terrorists. And suddenly there you are.
Well, I've always resisted the idea in movies of playing what I call stereotypes, cut-out cardboard caricatures. And I think that Irish characters in movies have suffered somewhat from that. I think the difference between that phenomenon and the character that I play in A Dangerous Woman is that the character is dimensional. He's got depth, and he's a universal character. He's a man who drinks because he's in pain and because he's lonely and because he's running away from himself.
Well, yeah, I mean, you turned down a part in Patriot Games because of that, didn't you?
I just felt that the themes that ran through Patriot Games were offensive to me as an Irishman, because I felt that it trivialised the tragedy that's in the north of Ireland and reduced it to a very asinine plot line.
Been working now in Hollywood for quite some time. Not, I would think, with the best of luck. I remember Miller's Crossing, which I thought should have been your breakthrough film. It got good reviews, but it didn't make any money, and that is what counts in Hollywood, isn't it?
Miller's Crossing didn't make money, but I've never made movies in Hollywood with that, with an eye on the box office.
You did make one that was obviously intended to be a mainstream movie, I remember, and I wondered what on earth you were doing in it, because you were far too good for it, and that was a film called Hello Again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Hello Again was the first movie I made in America, and it was
an unnerving experience.
It was an unnerving experience. In fact, it made me give up acting for 18 months afterwards. I had a horrendous time doing it, and it was not a pleasant experience, and I kind of lost my nerve for acting after it.
What changed your mind?
I did a movie with the Coen brothers, Miller's Crossing.
Oh, that one, yes,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah.
I mean, one of the most notable things you've done must be In the Name of the Father, because you were the executive producer on that.
Yes, well, I had been interested in the case of the Birmingham Six. I had co-produced a play in London based on that on that case, and I had a feeling that a movie about that miscarriage of justice was something that I really wanted to be involved in.
Who's this?
Jerry Coleman.
Have you anything to say to him?
I've cleared my conscience. I advise you to do the same.
Do you think that there is any justification for the kind of establishment criticism of the film, that it just attracts people to Norade and that sort of awful, grossly sentimental Irish-American anti-British thing? Do you think the film really does that?
I don't think so. I think behind a lot of the criticism of the film, I sense a certain amount of fear, because what the film, one of the things that the film shows, I think, is how vigilant we must be about our justice system, because we're all led to believe that the system of justice is one of the cornerstones of any healthy democracy. And I think it's a healthy thing, though. I think it's a very healthy thing if people come out of this film being more aware than they went in.
You turned down a part in your own film, didn't you? You were going to play the IRA heavy. Why did you not play it?
Well, there were several reasons. One of which was that I was already contracted to do another film. Principally, it was a clash of dates. But at that time, the script had not been finished. That was
Are you
also
sorry
another
now
reason.
that you didn't do it? It was a good part.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't sorry, really. No, and I was delighted that it gave a chance to the actor who played it, Don Baker. I thought he did a terrific job in it.
He did, didn't he?
Yeah,
It was his first film, too.
Really
wasn't it?
great. Yeah. Yeah.
Where do you look back now, Gabriel, from your position at the moment? It's all a far cry from starting off to be an archaeologist, isn't it?
I went through several incarnations. Really, I was a teacher, barman, waiter, everything. I did everything, and I've never really planned out my life, And I enjoy the unpredictability of my life, of not knowing where I'm going to be in 5 or 6 years' time. But I never really burned with an ambition when I was a kid to be an actor. I never did. Acting was a complete... it was a shock to me when I found myself on the stage. I'm sure a bigger shock to audiences, but it certainly was a shock to me.
Well, the audiences have adapted to it quite well. I gather you've written and are about to direct a film of your own, is that right?
Yes, myself and my partner have written a movie which we hope to shoot in England in September. I'm really looking forward to it, though. I'm a little bit scared about it, but I find if I lie down and close my eyes, the fear passes.
Where do you think you go from here? Presumably it would be quite nice to become one of those multi-million-dollar stars who can pick and choose.
The way that I've conducted my life up to now has led me to believe that it is absolutely right where I am now. I want to write and I want to direct and I want to produce movies.
But I think if it happened, you could say goodbye to doing interesting and varied work, couldn't you? Because once you become a superstar, you're expected to play the same role in every film you're in.
Yes, and that's what they pay you the big money for. And stars rise and fall with amazing rapidity these days,
Yes, they do.
So I'm very, very happy with the way I am at the moment. And the thing about it is movies pay very well for you to be able to operate comfortably enough in the independent sector anyway,
OK, well then you will take it in the right spirit when I say I don't wish superstardom upon you. But
Thank
in
you
the meantime, Gabriel, congratulations on Dangerous Woman. I enjoyed that.
Thanks
Very
very
interesting
much.
film.
Thank you.
Well, a very level-headed fellow, Gabriel Byrne. But now